Water is part of everyday life for cooking, cleaning, and caring for our families. What many people don't see is that even when water is produced, not all of it reaches the tap. Along the way, some is lost through broken pipes or is used without being paid for. This loss is called non-revenue water. In Rwanda, 35% of the water produced is never billed in urban areas. When water is lost, service providers collect less income, making it harder to repair systems, maintaining services, and keep water flowing reliably, ultimately weakening the entire system that communities depend on.
This is affecting our efforts to provide access to water to both urban and rural areas. The issue is also related to commercial losses, which also attributed to non-revenue water, is the aging of faulty meters at the customers, and we have a plan to replace all the faulty meters so that they measure well the volume of water that goes through the meters, goes to the customer, thereby addressing non-revenue water, commercial component of non-revenue water. Another issue we identified that is causing non-revenue water is limited tools, logistics, materials. Because if you have leaks, you need to act faster, be quick and fix them. And especially in rural areas, we have been having these challenges of tools and materials, but we are working to improve that so that immediately a leak is identified, then it is fixed as soon as possible.
To help address these challenges, Water for People, together with VEI, IRC Wash, CARE, and AEE, received funds from the US government to implement the Isoko project to collaborate with WASAC and 10 districts to reduce non-revenue water. Rather than relying simply on repair of leaks, the project focused on strengthening institutions, improving daily operations, introducing better tools, and using data to guide decisions.
The project supported in rehabilitating the leaking water reservoirs and pipelines. The project also supported in installing the facility that were missing on water supply systems that allowed the easy operations of water supply systems. Among those facilities, I can highlight the valve chambers that allow cleaning of water supply systems. There are others that also allow the release of the air from the water network and also regulating the pressure within the water network. The project also supported in developing handy tools that allow private operators to report and manage the water leaks within the water networks.
Mbere muri za 2021 twagiraga ibibazo bikomeye by'imiyoboro ishaje, amakontere tutabasha kumenya ngo amazi aca amarangana iki, twari dufite skills nkeya pe mu bijyanye no kuvuga ku managinga iyo non-revenue water no kumenya ngo non-revenue water ni iki n'ibice bigize, ese twayirwanya gute. Mu by'ukuri ntabwo twari dufite skills zihagije kuri ibyo bintu. Aho rero haje kuzira Water for People mu isoko y'ubuzima, twaje kuhabwa amahugurwa ajyanye na non-revenue water, batwigisha ibisobanuro byayo, ibice biyigize, icyakorwa kugira ngo ibyo ayo mazi abura kuri ibyo bice byose bigabanuke. Ikindi badufashije gusana imiyoboro. Urugero, hari umuyoboro badusaniye w'ibirometero 88 witwa Byimana Motorized, wari ushaje cyane pe ku rwageraga non-revenue iri hejuru. Ikindi badufashije gusana ibigega byo ku muyoboro witwa Funga Gahengeri, nawe usavinga abaturage barenga 15,000. Nawe wari ufite ibigega bishaje bikamena amazi, ugasanga amazi twazamuraga nibura 75% yaratakaraga.
The CMS not only help POs in their daily operations, but also helps WASAC and RURA to monitor performance of POs.
This is helping us to, in real times, monitor what they do in terms of financial management. Kind of KPIs that we monitor that include extensions, include billing, include complaint management directly through the system. And also when it comes to review of some of the tools that we use in regulations of the water sector, such as a tariff review. So this is a very important tool that helps us directly get financial statements very well done and without a lot of inconsistencies.
These new skills and tools that the project developed for POs resulted in measurable change on the ground. On the 10 water supply systems piloted, non-revenue water reduced by 30% points from 69% to 39%. From a cost-benefit analysis conducted in 2025 by the Isoko project, reducing non-revenue water generated a financial return of 166 million Rwandan francs in a period of 2 years from 2023 to 2025. Among the 10 private operators that the project worked with, 3 managed to reduce the NRW to below 25%, making it a remarkable achievement. This means more water reaches families reliably. Operators earn higher revenue and they can reinvest in maintenance and improvements.
So there are 3 key considerations in scaling these interventions countrywide. I can highlight the availability of the funds that is needed to improve the infrastructure. For this initiative also to be scaled up, it is also important to consider the capacity, technical capacity of the utility staff to implement this activity, because they require specific skills. It is also substantial to consider the equipment, because over the next 5 years, we learned that for this intervention to be successful, you need equipment, notably transportation means, water meter testing equipments, and other equipment that are necessary for implementing those activities.
I want to, first of all, appreciate the contribution of Isoko project to Rwanda's target of achieving universal access to water services. The number of figures, more than 140,000 people that have been provided with access to water, more than 200,000 people whose access to water has been improved, and also more than 100,000 people have gained access to sanitation. This is really, I think, an excellent contribution to the government of Rwanda's targets or objectives in improving the lives of the people of Rwanda.
By reducing NRW, Isoko project supported Rwanda's vision of reliable and resilient rural water services that last for generations. With different interventions, POs are now recovering their investment and becoming more profitable. At the same time, the community members enjoy a more continuous supply of drinking water.